favorite. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation, don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check.
Autumn has come to upstate New York, and we find ourselves at New Era Field in Orchard Park. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Buffalo Bills. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. First carry for Nick Chubb. Big hold to the 30 and all the way up to the 37-yard line. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Allen. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one, a first down pickup of 8. From midfield, here's Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Allen's throw is complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Justin Houston in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's Allen. Finding Gabriel complete. 23 yards, the final tally.
Let's go.
Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
Offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Back back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
At the 1-yard line.
Second and goal from the 1.
Watch the run. Watch the run. East side, baby.
And now they'll throw with Allen. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Nick Chubb, his first touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
And they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. But whatever they said appears to have worked.
Let's go.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Look, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score. They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go, dude. Tighten up.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it 2nd and 7.
Look out. 674. Here we go, D. All day.
Now a play fake, and it's locked. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 22-yard line.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Play action. It's locked. This is caught. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack His third touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helped them.
Oh, Chubb fumbled it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now Allen looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Back to the air on second down. It's Allen finding Knox there, complete.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Now a first down throw. Lock. Safarian Jenkins has it. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's Lock. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. But now it's third down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, here's Love. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 24-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. On the draw, Luck's going to give this to Mack. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see. Hey, high 7. 58, boys, 58. 58, Mike. Hey, let's get some penetration.
from the gun on third down. Luck. That is caught inside the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
They come out here in the I. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and score. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Marlon Mack with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Colts have taken the lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
At their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Allen to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Allen. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll run on 1st down. Mack. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest game, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd and 7, Luck. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Jaleel Scott, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point good by Hopkins. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. To throw is Luck. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they have the football, and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Now, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Go, go, go.
Allen going to throw again. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's going to let this go for the end zone. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This to equal Matt Prater's record. It's a 64-yard attempt. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway.
Here we go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Right, 622. Hey, watch 12.
Throwing on third down, Love. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So it appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half. Still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
At the 38-yard line.
Allen going to throw. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 54 yards.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Mike's 59. Alert! And we got to get to the ball, T. We got to get the...
They'll run with Chubb, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Alert! I'm coming!
Allen now on 3rd and goal. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Cordero Patterson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
No lead safe in the new NFL, but this score is really going to give them some needed breathing room.
Hopkins with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Come on, baby. Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Off of play action. Luck. Being chased out left. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Trey Hendrickson, give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And
it's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Luck. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Hey, tight.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
You better be afraid of me. You can be afraid of me.
And again, it's Chubb. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
They're going for it with the option right. He can run for it, and he will. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. No dice for Sean McDermott in the offense. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. On 1st down, it's Mack. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Hendrickson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. Here's Luck. And he's going to go down again. Taco Charlton in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5.
We play to win. Let's go.
Their own 14-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
At the 13-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Allen now looks to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Telvin Smith. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
A run for Nick Chubb. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
A great return there of 22 yards. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Go! 390!
Cut! Mike 59!
12.
59!
I'm trying to collect!
Mike 59!
On 1st and 10, Luck. That's complete to Marlon Mack. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a 1st down. Luck now to throw. Steps away to his left. Complete to Jones. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Out to his left. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. That'll be caught by Cup. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Back to throw. Allen. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. To throw is Allen. Complete. This is Lewis. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Allen going to go on 4th down. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. A toss play to Chubb.
I got you, boy.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout As the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
I'm coming. 58 to Mike.
So Allen's going to look to throw. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 75 yards. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations. Because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Round 80.
58 to Mike.
Half 10.
Shift.
Middle.
Crunch. Check.
Coming right, this is Chubb on the toss.
Tired of seeing me.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Watch the out.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58.
Allen down to a knee, and that should just about do it. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and it wasn't really